And that's the whole point behind pushing. I get you to push here, so that as soon as I turn my head, you're not at all.
Change the amount of resistance.
Because again, it's that
It's a little bit more comical, and it's like pushing somebody on a door, like that. It's the same concept.
just push me not there's contact that's done to the back. Okay? And I push back a little bit hard on it until you put your hands in front of the hell. But until you put your hands on it. And same thing, if it's a revolver, and or like Scott said, you just grab the cylinder. That started out as a holster safety. When we're going to the holster, it pushes it down, so it couldn't fire in the holster. Of course, you still have people that have the fingers on the trigger and stick it in the holster, and their finger pulls the trigger before it gets down. It's functionally retarded. They deserve what they get.
Exactly.
You know?
You're one of those people. You should keep a face holster so you can just stop. Stop it at your line.
There we go. And don't breathe, please.
Hang it right from your neck. If you're going to get it out, you need to earn it.
Okay, today we're starting with the impact weapons defense, and I just want to hand these out to you guys to take a look at these. These are screamer sticks. This is a very popular impact weapon. But I have to tell you, I've never heard of it. Anyone getting hit or damaged by one of these.
Only while practicing.
Really. And feeling the weight of that weapon, I'm sure you're confident that you could absorb a blow or two and walk away. Now, this is an accident. You'll get hit with those. People get hit with axe handles, pipes, and bats. Especially in Jersey. Yeah, especially in Jersey.
I was in fact
And if you can't make the VIG, you're going to need that. So, it's got weight, it's got density, it's a little long, because I do travel with it, so I don't want to have it cut off axe handle in my car. Explain.
Oh, is that plastic?
It's got the price tag on it. I don't have to worry, Yeah. So, when you're choosing a weapon to bludgeon somebody, it's going to have weight to it. All right. So when we're training and we're thinking of how we're going to be hit, if you're watching, the old Armies drills and taps, I personally have spent time training in those types of systems. You can get hit. You can get hit, you can take it. I'm not concerned about that. I'm not concerned about getting tapped or cut or anything else. I'm concerned about my arms being shattered, my ribs being broken, and my head being split open. Okay? So that's what I care about. With that being said, Mike.
Come get your ribs shattered. See obvious.
Okay.
Hey, did you wear your cup? Mistake.
We'll find out. So Darren brought up a great point. The first thing we're just going to talk about is I'm facing somebody where really a weapon, and it really doesn't matter at this point what it is. It is an impact weapon. I see a problem, and Mike's threatening me, and okay, there you go. So I carry pepper spray with me.
I can cover it.
All right?
That's axe.
So, don't be enamored by all the empty hand things that we're gonna do today. Okay, technology trumps empty hand all the time. Okay, it really doesn't matter if you can't carry pepper spray in your country. Even when I talk about little bug spray, anything to make this person flinch. Okay, this come out, orally. All right. So he's got a lily in his face. I'm moving into it. All right. So think about. Some guys will use change. Some guys will be sad to me. It's I like having things right in my hand and accessible. Okay. So if we're going to transition, once you transition, we're armed. Just take up my hand and I just walk with my hand. That's it. All right. So first line of defense is just be prepared. All right. Using this, again, bug spray, pepper spray. Then that's it. We're done. We're done with that.
And not to be off topic, but on your website, do you have a recommendation for knives? Because all I'd say is either fixed blade or one that doesn't lock by pin, but locks by. You know what I mean? Because you will hurt yourself.
If to talk about that, I mean anything with like a full tang or a lock blade. Like I said, I don't like spending too much money on stuff that I carry, but the task would be to get a weapon and anything with the easiest draw is going to be the best. So if I can grab it, it's a fixed blade, and pull it out, fine. Any finite motor skills that I'm going to have to do are going to be, it's. I don't recommend. Yes.
They have strict guidelines for fixed blades, non-folding knives. I mean, it's different.
Honestly, it's such a gray area with law enforcement. It's how you manifest the blade. So I can be carrying it as a utility knife. I can have a bowling knife on me, and then is it concealed or is it not concealed? So, it depends, and I've never gotten a straight answer from anyone in law enforcement. Honestly, if you're in a situation you're pulled over and they can confiscate without question. Yes.
Adding on that, one of the benefits of having a concealed weapons permit, some people just think it's just for firearms. It's also for knives. So it's such a situation. As long as you're not strapped down the side of your leg, it's covered. That's perfectly legal. So if you're hooked on X amount of inches, it's fine because it's a concealed weapon. Another good thing about having a permit, it also gives you the benefit of the doubt. For example, we got a school on subdivision I drive by every day. Let's say do my fingerprint. Okay, police come there, always have to see a weapon in it. Well, if you don't know, especially in the state of Florida, you can't have a firearm within 500 feet of a school. That's called a felony. Most law enforcement officers don't know that. But you get, I'm just going from point A to point B, here's a concealed weapon. What it will do, it'll give you that benefit of the doubt as well. So it's also the onus of the holder of the concealed weapons today is kind of to know what the legal restraints are in their specific state. Most likely that's accessible on the web. When most people file for their registration for it, there's some information since what they cannot do. Last thing. Of course, my preference though is really, even though I have a folder right here, I prefer a folder, just really a straight edge. Again, it's the gross motor skill. It's much easier just to access that and pull it out and it's already there for you than trying to flip it open. Huge difference, especially if you're kind of working in a scenario. We're talking game just starts tripping off on these boxing gloves. That one less thing have to do trying to do this part. So just pull it out and when it's ready, it makes a world of difference.
Yeah, so fixed blade's the way to go. You have to also then there's methods of concealment. So it's sleeve daggers, neck knives, and those are backup weapons for different situations. Okay, unless my feeling is unless I have it already in my hand. All right, it's I don't have it.
Yeah, because I carry one open generally.
Yeah, exactly.
Just open.
Exactly right. The rest are backup. So if you find yourself in a shitty spot, you can reach up and you can reach up underneath, and all of a sudden you kind of adrenaline's down. You're kind of coming back into the moment a little bit and realizing what the hell's going on. It's like okay, I got a boot knife, I got a neck knife, I got a belt knife, something like that. So it's how you conceal it is just as important as the knife itself.
And
Yeah.
this is what I always have on me. This you can go through airline security with. It's a steel pen.
Yep.
It's heavy. It's made to penetrate. There you go. You've got one. They're tactical pens. Yeah, they're
If you
made
can't
to
find a tactical pen, you can go to Walmart. They make Zebra makes an F701. That's a solid, it's a solid steel drill. You can actually blow shit up pretty good with it because it's actually something. Leave that part of it alone. Automotive body filler.
As we're getting into the edge weapons next, you're going to see that you can carry anything that'll poke a hole in something.
Chopsticks.
That's it. Okay, T-handles, tools, knives, screwdrivers, anything. What's the difference between carrying having a tool belt and having, a pile of weapons in yours? First day we were working on footwork, moving side to side, forward and back. Same applies. So Michael's going to be copying his weapon on here, and just to kind of clue you what's going on. Right now we're just breaking down this contact. We're going to expand a little later when we're done, and a lot of people will make sense so you're going to have a lot of fun and then just teasing it. So Michael can be swinging left to right, over, it doesn't matter. He comes at me. Okay. I'm getting out of the way. Okay. I can't really, it doesn't matter what he's doing. Okay. I know he's there. There are times when you're training, you're timing it. When you're swinging this, keep in mind axe handle, not little foam stay. All right. So this you can wield around. Something with weight, it's going to take time. So people swinging, just don't. Come on. All right. So swing it as if it were heavy. Okay. Leg pipe, not plastic tube. Because if you flip it around in the stream state, come with it. It's going to happen. It's if I haven't picked up something. It's if I haven't used my environment to trap. So right now we're going to practice move left, move right, move forward, and then we can do swinging, move back. Okay. For whatever reason. Okay. Your instinct's going to tell you to go left, you can go left, you can go right. You may catch me off guard with a swing. Jesus.
Payback
Obviously, the boy you're going to feel most disadvantage on is moving back. And I hate moving back. But we're going to be in a situation where you just feel like you're moving back. That's okay.
That might be only get back, but see, there you go. Doesn't matter.
I was in the picture.
So moving to the left, I see you moving it, and moving in, you just come up. Okay. Moving to the other direction, see you coming in. Moving forward, see you coming into me. Okay, you're going to get hit. What I don't want to do is get hit, okay, right at the maximum point, so your behind's got to be moving. You're going to sacrifice something. You're going to get hit. You're going to get caught. As you move back, again, just getting out of the way of the blow. My least favorite. Okay? But it's a direction. It's a possibility, and it's something that we've got to consider. Right? I don't like moving back. Back. Now, as you're going to see, I'll tell you what we're going to do next. After we do this, we're going to use some obstacles to get out of the way, because it's been my experience and our experience that if somebody is trying to really hit you over the head with a bat, you're going to run away and use things like telephone poles and tables and rubbish around you to get them off
Or you'll get hit.
balance. You can't outrun them. All right. But, so that being said, full directions, partner's going to be he's going to be swinging the club again. Like it has some weight to it. We're not doing anything different. You can see now the importance of the skills that we practiced before. We're not changing. I can't, if here, I can't, doing this to me is just insane and dangerous. Right? He doesn't, people, now, exactly right. Alright, so you can't specifically focus on that. Okay? Distance position. Again, at the end of the day, I'd much rather do the guy wielding the axe handle than the guy who isn't. Okay, shame on me for not having my own. Or firearm. Or a big gun. As soon as it moves, you go. Take closest weapon, closest card.
I'll probably drop it. Work around the environment, get him to trip up. Okay? So it doesn't matter. We'll move back around up here. Mike's coming at me. Okay? So that's what happens. Right? We found that, when you're here, that's got a bat, knife, whatever. We're going to move. Like, move tables, move chairs. I want you guys to just kind of, when you focus on that, first reaction is to create some space, right? So, start using your environment a little bit. Move around tables and chairs. Granted, with the tongue, as you lock it in, you're going to want to go right out. But, in reality, start training, create some space, use your environment, move around, get in the trip up a little bit. Play a little game of tag, kind of, like getting the chase around the table. I'll pick right now a little bit. Alright. So, what we want you guys to do is set up the chairs, just beware of your space. Start pushing back. Okay. And then it's looking on the bad guy, you push the weapon, you go, turn,
Look at that face. I hate my life, just got fired, I'll take your bullet.
Did you say turn and move?
yes.
In other words, look,
I'm running away.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
I can't, this.
Okay, got it. All right.
I'm back on the run.
All right.
Listen, so I can use the force better than the top. You gotta get out of the course.
Answer base.
So yeah, we just, we'll do it all. Again, let's put it this way, which was their point. Reality, he's here, if he's closing on me, I can't, and I don't have the time. I gotta do it. If I don't have the time, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel right, don't do it. So in this case, just give you guys either enough space or put yourself near something that you're going to be competing at. Okay? So again, don't turn and get hit in the back of the head. Alright?
Actually, that first year,
It's coming up next.
Oh,
I got my favorite, absolutely my favorite all-time record. So we're moving now, Michael's moving in. I'm picking up the chair.
Hey, bud, those are rentals.
It's one or the other. Swing or don't swing.
That's not your chair to break, right?
So anyway, folding chairs is difficult, just because you have to pull the period points out, but just make sure that the top leg, top leg, one leg's going into his face and one leg's going into his mouth. Okay, so just not an angle, do any technique to this. And I'm behind it and I'm driving it. Head down, okay, head to the chair, drive over something. Alright? Pick a place with lighter bar stools and no TV bars. TV bar chair shot. Make these short chops and violent. Now, if he does, like, if he does with his other hand, grab the chair. Okay? Now, you just go in and he's holding. He's busy. Alright, so, again, let's get down to it because you probably, something's in his face. He's going to react. Okay? You can get out of the way or just grab hold of it. Then at that point, you don't continue to attack the car, attack the car. Okay? All right. Just pulled out some, just some stuff that collected or have, which we got into that. We talked about impact weapons, they can come in all shapes and sizes, the knuckle dusters, this is a bottle opener. Of course, when I got this, I asked the guy who made it why he stamped the serial number on it. You've run this useless to everyone who purchased it. This is an old-fashioned paperweight. Yep. Even though we're talking about clubs and days that look like chains. This is my personal favorite, the blackjack. Yeah, this is like black belt.
yeah, I mean, just, you'll see like the bird, like, my little button, stuff like this.
You get most guns doing?
Yes, exactly.
Gun show?
Your wire stick, it's another great, it's made of wood. So, travel. An impact weapon. This is some of the sleeve divers we pulled out yesterday. Edge weapons, got all this ABS stuff. It's not too sturdy, it doesn't hold up too well, but it's good for a couple shots. We'll know better if I want any better than that. Handle, push dagger. Again, a weapon, how it's made is how you're going to grab it. I like things, fixed handles. T-handles are great, especially if, for don't have any tremendous grip. You can just hold on to it, you can punch with it, you can stab with it. It's, again, there's no messing about with it. This is an old but really model tanker, model, sticks inside this particular one that sticks inside the blazer. There's nothing. Blazer like in the pocket. This is one of those, $200, $300 jobs that I bought when I was done.
You should stab someone with it just to get your value of it.
Quickly, does it go in your pocket?
This is the way it sits in your pocket.
It's got a clip.
There's an inner sleeve, yeah. That slides in and the other one.
Yeah.
Favorite of business.
Yes.
It's nice. Again, thinner daggers, I do like things you can hook into and hold on to.
Carabit knives and stuff like that.
It's good stuff. Again, like we talked about the problems with the folders. Again, you have to be time to under stress. Guys who don't even cover it, you find that motor skills when you have to shake it and barrels down, and then you really get a lot of repetition, like thousands, but you go to less of it. That's regular dagger. Daggers, this was another free gift that was a little small, a ration, little T-handles. I don't know if you can't grab it too much.
Those are for your children, actually. They're like 5.
Again, I know we talked about
Yeah, that doesn't
like that. This is an Allen wrench.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's full steel. It's meant to take abuse. You don't have to file this thing down, but it'll start putting holes in it. All right. So not only is it from a defensive, you think it would go from an offensive and defensive standpoint. All right, these things are around, they're available, and if you are talking to someone who is holding one of these, something you need to know. I find the 730 seconds size this is a cheese cutter.
AKA Garrett.
All right. This costs about $6. And it's an excellent variety. And I've cut stuff with this, and it's surprisingly durable. Yeah. Even though the guy was questionable because it's got a piece of plastic, but it actually does. And there are also other ones that are good handles that are a little bit more secure. It's going to be more money for it. And then old-fashioned, this cost me about $5. It's a nice flavor. It's thinking about Italian heritage.
Super little sword.
But yeah, and it is as durable as anything on it. Again, something pick up something that's around. So we're looking at talking about weapons, impact weapons, and weapons. There's nothing brought out of the cake. Right? Any place. Kitchen knife, anything else. So also, I really get that. People use, listen, we all have put weapons some places in our homes where we don't have weapons, but I've seen people that would actually You know, feel like that, where you go? You know, you're getting fucking new attention. So, that's what you know, using the resources, maybe what's around you, and look at everything, tactical perspective. Really, able to adapt to wherever you are. So if you are in a position where you don't necessarily have access to weapons, you're there. And also on the other side, buildings, so you're subject and you are obviously going to access to weapons. So that's that. That's what you move on to end weapons. So I'm practicing, hitting and go, and literally, one time it came back, it bounces off the spar plug and cracks me in the head. And I literally like stabbed his back. So now, this is when I was first opening the Columbia Pocket Range, and I was just there by myself. And I had classes coming in, and I just sit there imagining, we're going, you lay on the flat on the back, and I'd also see the smile on the dummy's face.
He's the dummy now.
Absolute truth. And another thing, which brings up another serious point, we are doing these things, and you are stabbing, and you are cutting, and you are practicing what it's going to feel like. You're going to feel like in your hand. Okay, you're going to realize that when I'm doing this, I need to make sure my motion is, the correct width, so I'm not hitting myself, or you're not stabbing yourself. I'm doing things with a live blade. I'm getting a kick out of it. That's what I'm a stick cutter or this and I'm that. Okay, you're a knife cutter, but how do you practice? Well, just practice. Okay. Do you stab anything? No. Oh, okay. Nothing. Jug of water, meat, cardboard, anything? No. Okay. Then how do you know that when what you're doing is going to be, doing the damage you need to do? So, training the skills, using short stick combinations, training them for heavy battle, you're going to get, you're going to know what to feel like you hit something, and that's when you can work out. Anything other than that is just dancing. Come on. There's really like the knife fight. I know what guys they're all, come on, let's not make it complicated. Okay? Here's my target. I squeeze the shit out of the blade, and I stab it as many times as I possibly can. End of story. That's it. I don't need to know the fangs of the snake and the stuff and all the other thing they're doing, complicated things and flip it around and crap like that. Rip and go.
You need to practice stabbing too. That's a really hard thing for people to do psychologically. Stabbing human beings. You wouldn't think it, but it really is.
Sure.
You need to practice. No, you need to practice it.
I don't imagine there's
seriously, something that looks like a human being. Like I promise you, fair people. It's operant conditioning. Just saying, you need to practice it, or you won't stab a person.
You're actually serious this time, and no one can.
No, you'll be disinclined to want to stab a person. Stab Michael.
So the training that we have the rubber ones, and then we've got some metal ones. Just with the metal ones, if you don't have a couple leather, don't use them. All right. So similar to before.
I was like, we need it. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So again, if I can get the jump on him, great. Same thing as before. We're here. He moves anything. And alright. You're probably going to slashing at me. Again, you're going to sustain some type of injury. Okay? I would love to be in a world where and I'm grabbing this and I'm bringing it down and I'm doing all that stuff. But we don't. We don't. That's why we're not pepper spray, we're not to using your environment, excellent tools, and that's why I heard you carry these things. Just for this reason. And now, we trained in the beginning, and we don't know if we can understand. Well, we don't. Now, if I move you tonight, if I move you in either direction, nope. He catches me, he clips me, okay. Right? He's not stabbing me. Now, this is a very important concept to understand. I'd rather be cut or stabbed when I'm beating the hell out of somebody than cut or stabbed when I'm being stabbed again. Right? So, it's the mindset that we have to adopt. Now again, here, this is where moving backwards, I'm not a huge fan of. But if for whatever reason you can't, you don't have the opportunity, you might have to get okay? You already feel like you get cut, whatever. Okay? Moving backwards is the last possible option. Now, if we're here, and he does have a weapon, and starts to move. Right? Get the jump on him and go. See what? Let's face it. If someone is wielding a knife at you, you're going to get the hell out of it. No doubt about it. Just really good. It's always operating in that reality. But if you can't get to him right from Jump Street, you're here, grabbing, okay, we're moving. Hitting. I'm not telling you what techniques to do, I want you to do what comes out of it. Okay, but I do want you to practice moving those 4 directions. Now, for drill sake, we're going to start off with your partner going slow. If you move, go to the same side. You can do it again. Okay, you're gonna build up a progression anyway. Just start. The first one will be slow, and then the second, third will be up to speed. All right. One thing, just about knife attacks in general. We're talking about you guys like slashes and things like that. If you're wearing a shirt, okay, or jeans, getting slashed, there's a good chance you're not going to get cut. Okay. What does the damage is getting stabbed. Okay. And we were talking about guys that are good knife fighter going to protect the knife against an unarmed or here. Alright, so if you're going up against somebody who knows how to use a knife, alright, I can't stress this enough.
There's a technical term.
I cannot stress this enough. Alright? So either you did really jump on it or you're not. When someone's coming out to you, you're swinging, and that's, you get opportunities because they screw up. Alright? So you're maximizing the opportunity. Right, you don't want to put it in anybody's head when you go because anyone knows a knife. You're like, okay, no problem. Right? If anyone you're training has is carrying a weapon, it's here, I'm moving, and then it's here. Go. It's got the approach, basic blow. It's going to be getting the hell out of us. Yeah, if you are getting fight. Like the buttons yesterday, Dennis's comment about the eye when the blade goes into somebody, the body sucks on it. Alright? So there's a vacuum, it's slippery and bloody. It's very difficult to thing. So once I grip this on, you also notice that the blood training can be pressure tested with weapons, like one thing I want to talk about is your core weapon. I'm going to say later, but I'll let you guys work on it. If you are here, the guy does say you stuff across the knee, you can't clean across your body and move. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, so if he is coming at me, I can cross my body, not kind of just crush my hand. Like here, you want to clear out your body and sacrifice your hand. Right? I like when you're going to form the form, but just then, I might just like stab it right through the hand. That, I don't care, I don't care. Right? So, and then with the footwork, okay, because I'm stepping and I'm moving, he's coming in and I'm back. I'm picking step. Okay? Again, my preference is he's coming in and he's getting off to the side and start attacking him as fast as possible. So I don't care about getting that slash or cut. It's really the initial assault that I'm looking to get away from. Alright? I'm happy to be the comfort zone is. I feel like that's happening on the left a lot. Outside of the weapon, inside of the weapon. Okay, the lower here, this guy's going, someone's trying to stab you. They're more about, they got a certain mentality that is, killing you. You're just even thinking about running that blade right? So, the cute stuff and the tag stuff really doesn't come into play. Where if Michael steps to the right, and I'm here, all of a sudden he's going to start. I'm playing, as soon as I start to make my movement here or movement, I'm going to stab you. Very rarely do people get, stabbed once or twice. Yeah, it is he's in a different place, exactly. He could be, but he doesn't. So, that's, and you also hear that people sustain several, if not more than that, knife wounds before they face without and survive. Okay. So we're operating in that reality. I know tendencies, like feel it in the room and get the knife, and they want to just go away. Healing, nothing, bang, and I'm coming out. Right? Yeah, no. We've all got that into a lot of us, there's groups that are shaking. No, don't worry about that. Go see medic, continue to teach it, what's happening. Right? That's it. Change it for half of the time.
Unless it's in Chinese.
So that being said, think about that when you're doing it. The slashes and things like that, because you brought up some question like guys who are doing attacking tendons and things like that. To slice and get into a tendon, into a pan and stuff like that.
Every time I'm coming out the door here, we walk out, and right before we left, everybody said, today's a good day to die. The acceptance that you're going to take damage, you're going to get hit with a club, you're going to get stabbed with a knife, you're going to get shot, but probably still walk away from it very liberating. It allows you to do things that you wouldn't want to do.
And I tell you from experience, being cut in prison, this shit happens that fast, and your instincts take over that fast. This guy went away with broke nose, jaw, arm broke 3 places when the knife on his side of the door. It didn't happen. One put out. Super good thing from the story.
Okay, let's go.
but it would throw a perfectly good knife. Again, very short.
Yeah, one try, hope it works.
And then you're giving them a weapon. If they pick it up, then
Just off with this really cool.
That's for the night.
All right. Now we're going to go to style. Maybe situation for the knife. This is going to dovetail right to your firearm stuff. You include a weapon and then attack the target as fast as possible. So, mugging situation.
We're doing that next. Okay, so even Michael here is a little too extended. We're getting a little close. These types of mugs are meant to intimidate. Okay? All of them are. So robbery or for whatever reason, they need information or they need to do something. Right? So not that you're thinking about this necessarily at the time, but this is the training. This is what we do. So whatever it is, if they wanted you dead, you would be dead. Right? That's it. So, again, from a true crime standpoint, intimidation, in your face, very tight. It is not this. At least, first off, when I want to intimidate somebody, I need to be right up in their face. Which is, again, the exact opposite of the defensive tactics thing. So if you talk to somebody, you need to get them to do something that they want to do. You need to be in their space, very personal. So the other thing is, when you're wide out like this, again, besides not feeling right, it draws too much attention to you. So at least from here, if I choose this approach, it just looks like two people talking. You'll see with some of the other ones, with something like this, in the meantime in the front, we got this. Right? So, okay. Hands up, the usual, you're obviously paying attention to what everybody wants. Okay. I'm going to look, and I'm just going to turn my body. This is just what we're doing in double head body. Back. And then you go. The tendency, you pull out the knife and not at that point, it doesn't matter. As soon as you start your trigger, it's not going to go.
Did you do that starting with one more time?
Oh, sure. Now look, here, can I talk to you? Okay, here. Right.
Your hands coming up on this aren't going to attract anybody's attention because your natural response, anybody's natural response is going to just try to grab the knife.
Yeah. And you're going to, what do you want? And ever since we were kids, it's like, stick them up, right? I mean, you are literally hands up. Take their hands out. Notice what the hell you want. And even in that first initial contact, he's going to look to startle you. People are going to expect that. Unless he's commanding you to keep their heads down, you're like, what? And then you're going to go anyway. We're talking about seconds here. Alright? So, and this, believe me, there's no way to a weapon in your face. The first guy that you get done. Alright? Whoa! Slow down. And then you have to figure out what the hell they want. When to attack, people they like, the initial adrenaline rush lasts 30 seconds, and whatever you feel comfortable doing. Okay, sense of urgency. And again, with any of this stuff, when to do something is an ethical and moral choice. Okay, that's not my position or anybody's position to tell you. And, some people choose to fight over a dime, some people would be willing to, get raped. That's your choice. nothing is wrong. As an instructor, it's not our jobs to tell people when they need to draw that line in the sand. That's their line in the sand. That's personal. We're just providing them solutions. So if they don't know, their line in the sand happens now. Sure. So again, doing any of this stuff, when we're, we have to put as much damage as possible on it. And there's no better time to do that when obviously somebody has lethal intent. We're talking about unless you're it always went from defensive tactics, it always interested me and amazed me that when weapons started getting involved, that things become more complicated. And this is the exact time you would be shooting yourself. If you weren't before, you definitely are now. All right. For whoever enjoys the experience of having a weapon stuck in your face, that's all you're looking at. And if you look like it's 100 feet wide, popular ones, take it in, put it typically in. Feeling that, seeing that, the hell of a thing. Right? And then of course we will apple pie. Here, I'm just looking at if there's one technical thing, it's just you're going to be turning towards the point of the knife on all this stuff. We're following up with my overhand, my elbow, here. Yeah, this thing can sit on the floor and not hurt anybody for a very long time. Firearm, club, it doesn't matter what it is. It takes a sociopath to pick it up and to make it work. And now that's a problem. And that's what we have to deal with. This is just a tool. Okay, it's got to be respected, right? Of course. But it's only as good as you got hold of it. So you got to keep right there as possible. So if you go, you break off, you let go of it, you go down, you got back on the system.
One thing, for a cue for you to move, the natural thing is the hand's going to come up to start with. As soon as the attacker starts explaining to you what he wants is when you attack, because when he's trying to communicate, he's not thinking about cutting your throat. It becomes really, really obvious when you start doing the gun stuff. As soon as they start talking, that's when you move.
It's an old street fighting technique we do. Somebody's first, where are you from? And you ask them as soon as they go, bang, it's on. I'm like Hong Kong. That's it. So exactly when they're thinking and they're talking, that's they're not thinking about what they need to do with their attack.
I feel like you asked, do you keep a hold of the wrist? I think from what I've seen everything you do here, no, you just move forward. You won't have to. If you keep progressing, you try to stab somebody falling backwards and see how awesome. You may as well have the rubber. You know what I mean? Because that's everything. Forward. People don't have an offense when they're getting sacked and wins.
Yep. That's it. And that's, when you guys are training, when you're teaching, it's really to inflict as much damage with forward as soon as you can.
Like you said, and a dead sprint, you can help.
Yeah. Literally run the floor. It's my slip pickup weapon. So you want to run over with a chicken that got caught in the track with us. Sorry, this is out. All right, on that note.
It's taking ground.
If you don't, you're not doing it.
Don't get focused on holding the knife.
It really doesn't matter when the guy has a weapon.
Yes.
Taking ground. He's a wrestler. I mean, he was just taking ground on me. I was tripping over my feet going backwards. Yeah, taking ground is true.
Effortless tricks and would help you sweat me like if I was a daddy wrestling coach, I'd be so proud, you know. Just sweat me just like that. You know, you keep, like you said, the center line. You just keep cutting the center line in order for him to, like, you're backing someone up to gain balance. He's gonna blade stance, right? And if your leg is so deep, I was hitting you in the nuts every time. I'm trying to walk through you. He's gonna, you know, your foot's just gonna land eventually. You can trip him, and then there's no more knife because then he can be in the 2% club, squash his larynx or whatever. So it's punishment, not punishment, right? Taking faces, not
I'm sure you want your signature on that certificate. Maybe that would be a good job.
Awesome. All right, yes, yeah. So that's the assignment throw. I guess the only real tactical thing we do is really like the pointing. So now it's coming across my throat. It's pressure and it moves back. Okay? So, we're here again. Obviously, you know, trying to pull it this way is probably going to be detrimental to one of my line. Alright? So, here, we're coming across the flag. Switches on you, but I got to practice both sides. So, hand comes across, cracks it. Okay? Hand, arm, doesn't matter. Here, back, across. Now, working.
Okay, when you said you didn't care if you had his hand or his head, right?
Nope, I didn't. Nope. My whole body just has to turn. Push this thing across. We can practice it, practice it both ways, because I learned it both ways. Turning your body to hit the head, or you hit the arm. But I just like going for the head and hit it. Just turning my body. Alright? Now I'm here. Back.
Yeah, because your body gets that arm, right? It's strong.
No. So technically, if you look at it from a gross motor standpoint, I think we just got a hand graphics. It's technically the same gross motor skills that we've been practicing all along in this situation. Alright, so instead of being, imagine technically if I just hook this hand, but I'm not. Okay? I'm still bringing it across and moving into it. As soon as you hit, you move in. Think about this now. Even if I don't get a good shot at it, alright? Come on. We're here. He still has to, gain his balance and withdraw the leg back. So, with the stand like that. No, pull back. I'm lost.
Retain your balance.
So, here, this is where we come over the top. Yeah, I still reset, just grab my balance in order to stab, right? Exactly.
Well, where do you switch to to reset his stance? Switch to the blade. If you're progressing, he's going to have to switch to the blade and he's going to fall apart.
Yeah. So, you literally, even if you miss here, and then it comes back to your stab, you have to do the stab. You pull that. Okay. We're still hitting. There's a split second there. He's got it.
Automatic.
So, as long as you're attacking and taking ground, it doesn't matter. It's not going to have the time. You can feel this anything.
That's my job.
So, hand across, over, attack. Crime scene 1 and crime scene 2. Crime scene 1 is like the first point of contact. Crime scene 2 is the place where people go in the back. Okay, so if somebody ever wants to, especially obviously with children, maybe guys, depending on what trouble you got yourself into.
Some people hungry kids.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You need a couple big buddies. Knock him out. Why'd you knock him out? Now we got a carry. So, but yeah, well, those kids, whatever the reason why they need the movie is because they really want to do the technique. And the problem is people think people are reasonable, and they think that we always project our feelings and hopes and dreams on the people around us, no matter who they are. So you kind of think, this person thinks that BTK killer is a prime example of this, where, I use this example a lot, where you would come into a home and you would have a firearm and you'd say, look, I'm going to rob you and eat your stuff, I'm going to take your car, but I'm going to have to ask you to tie everybody up. I'm going to help on the phone because I'm going to call the police. So people like, to someone who's reasonable, that's going to be like, okay, yeah, sure, I get it. You're going to time away, and I'll have time to open up, and I'll have time to put myself out there, and over there. Now, as soon as you find these people, which is the B, you're going into a dream play. And then he's got all the time in the world to do whatever he wants. One household might have 2 grown adults, a kid, football players, judo player. These are physically fit, active people that there's no way in the right mind you would be able to overpower. But through reasoning, it's just, hey, take one of your cast. So these people are, they know how to manipulate reason to get you to do what they want you to do. And a reasonable thinking person, you're going to say, yeah, sure, that sounds right. So when we're instructing police, we try to stick to the tactics of when you work with the kids. I can't, there's 101 ways that an adult outsmart a kid to get him to go where you want to go. Okay? When we work with the kids, it's like, look, adult, you don't go there. You don't go. Adults don't need to ask you questions, adults don't need to ask you for help. You are absolutes. You are absolutes. You can't have gray areas. See, nothing to it's separate people. There's no reason why I need to go to you. There's no reason why I need to do that. You're going in my home. No. Drive yourself. The gospel is going to be in this position, there's going to be even have it over the top, it's like, typically don't go like that on the legs, this feels like it's, 1,000 miles long, pushing into my extra notch. So again, here it's going to be the same hook as we did before. Okay, now, if I hook and grab the blade, no problem. Whatever, just fish on it. You get your hand into the cut, it's going to get cut, and still fight. Alright? Here, back. Okay. same as before. Okay? Just for home. For whatever reason, here we go. That's gonna be your instinctive thought. Because his body position may be in a way where it feels right. I'm gonna tell you that. So practice both. And then at the end of the day, you're gonna feel right. Now, Charles and Joe were talking about, well, how do you know which way the knife is pointing? Again, because you're totally out of your scared. You totally leaving the house. You have some time to figure out what's going on. You have fear, what is that? Really viable questions and reactions. Right? So any questions about that? Right? This time, overhand knife. Do what you feel is really good. Okay? Right? Then attack or turn. Okay? They're actually overextending and over-rotating. They're pulling themselves back, which, again, we got to keep the heat on him. So always the intent, go back to the original intent, cause as much damage as the target as possible. Take ground, move forward. So as soon as I stop moving forward and taking myself out, he's got the opportunity. So short landing turns, not most of them. Okay? Because the guy that thinking about ability to hit it again. So here. Keep the pressure on. Okay? Keep the pressure on. Exactly. Everybody's getting it, and it goes back to the same principles every time. To the same principle tactics, and that's simplify. Simplify everything. The simpler it is, the more chance it is to work. All right. Guys kind of started stumbling out this the next set of techniques. We started messing around a bit and actually really stumbling on the right answer. So the next is going to be all around. Okay, like we talked about, this is more likely the type of approach you're going to get than standing in front. Now, keep in mind, in order for him to do so, in order for him to inflict damage on me, he's not just going to push the blade. Right? He's going to withdraw it and stab it. Okay? So, understand that he's probably, if he's intimidated, if he knows that, he wants to make me feel this, he can do this. But if he's even a little smarter, it's going to be back here. Alright? So, all I can do really is, I'm thinking about this weapon, but to distract him, okay, what do you want? He talks, bang, go. Okay? That's it. Okay, what do you want? He talks, shoot out his head off from the peasant's vessel. Alright? I mean, there's times if you have, sometimes if you have a little room, and sometimes you come to a finish and go, but even then, why not? Why not? Action is faster than reaction. Okay, so in order for him, even if it's cocked and loaded, when he's talking, I got the block on. So now he's got to switch. But it's already done. It's on the split second. Okay? So he comes up to me, doesn't matter where it is. Sorry, what do you want? rifle or starting a weapon, pushing it out in front a little bit. I used to do this a lot, but then, you know, hurt me. I still, you know, if I do this, there's still a scramble for me to start injuring him and or for him to start stabbing. So why bother doing this and just bang? And I still have the same issue I have to do. But at least at this point, I've already started knocking him silly and hopefully put him out. And you know, it's lessened that, you know, I've got more chance. All right. So get him talking. He's going to anyway. You gotta find out what the hell he wants. All right. He's not stabbing. He wants. Next would be the same situation with, right? Again, a little scary. All right. So we've got to, you know, we got to clear this attack, strike, which is fine. But now, what if he's doing it? Right. Which is happening a lot. Right. So here, okay, I clear back. Just get it out. Now it's a total foot race. Can't. Options are winning. Any, you know, come on, real. Strong guy, we'll leave that. All right. Yeah. Sitting here. Please.
Bring it on there.
But just so it doesn't, you know, cut me or I don't push my neck into it, and cup it down. There we go. Okay. You know, he's driving me crazy, and you know, I don't. Control the weapon. You know, again, you know, people, I'm taking care of the problem. Well, yeah, just keep it simple, stupid, right? And go. Just clear it and go. Because again, he's got to adjust. He's got to pull it back. He's got to do it. You're already hit. Action is faster than reaction. Take advantage of this. Another thing that I talked about in our conversation was, you know, poor guys at Starbucks, and mentally challenged, but even though we use the old school term. And he comes up and this kid puts his arm around him. I said, man, holy crap. You know? He said, he tells you, you're very polite, tells people you really shouldn't have him do that. Somebody's thinking to himself, son of a bitch. You know, I could have been anyone. And yeah, two guys standing, you got the oh shit moment, right? You're two guys standing next to each other. One guy comes up and knocks me out. Michael's still going to be sitting there like, what the hell just happened? Right? I mean, you can't help it. You're trying to process it. Bad guys know that. Good guys need to know it. And this is how you think, and this is what you need to take advantage of. You know, one of these, I can't program will. I can't program desire. It's got to come from you. Give you the skills and the tools. But I'd rather have more will, desire, and attitude than skills. You know, 7 out of 7 days, boys on Sunday. You give me that, and the rest will take care of itself. So many people survive, and without any training at all. The sheer guts and will and determination and attitude, just want to hurt this. It's like, you know, people, like when we get back to, we talked about instruction, and this is another great conversation right yesterday. You know, not necessarily teaching people to, you know, kill, but teaching people to survive. And so when you redirect and think, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, what would you be willing to do? What would you be willing to do, or what would you be willing to do if your child's life is in danger, or your life is in danger? What would you be willing to do to survive? Bring it back to the positive and get it back to getting living rather than taking another human life. Because it's something people don't want to talk about, something I don't feel comfortable talking about. You know, we always have to pick up where we left off, just with the arm around and the knife to the throat. And then we talk about this again. Pinning the back sets us up for our, for a cheek jab. Pull it down.
Want to do damage? Drop the knife. Great. Or stop hitting me. Stop resisting. These are the cops. Stop resisting. So, and then again, you think about witnesses and things like that. Everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody's got so the quicker you can, everyone's got a camera. So the quicker you can end the contact by the time they get out and start filming, the better. But then again, we deal with that later. Dennis brought up, Matt brought up before. I got a lawyer. All right, this is the decision I make. You want to pay hospital bills? You want to pay legal fees?
Yeah, that's the one that's on the floor. Let's see if you do that.
Well, that's...
No, okay, so I'm falling back, I'm going to grab you like this. Which is fine. I'm just saying, that's better than that.
So he's pinning me, holding my arm or holding my chest with the knife to my throat. Again, obviously, same issues with that. He's got to hook this and clear this, and this is going to really be the only difference between what we're going to do now with what we did with our rear guard. Again, it's just clear the weapon, address the weapon. Anyone? Thank you. So, clear the weapon. Pop. Off my throat, I'm good. If it's going to slice your hand, so be it. Okay, now we're just like with our ground position, just like our ground fighting, we're improving our position. It's bad where we are now. Let's make it better. Walk away with a cut hand or loose hands and dislocated knuckles. Good, win-win. Right? No problem. Okay? So we're just trading up here. Hook. Like grab the knife. Okay. It'll happen. Hips, elbow, pop, pop. There's going to come a point where you're just going to let go of it. You want to just go with it. Okay? Don't be too concerned about it. Just to say it before, don't be too concerned about hanging on to it. Just be more concerned about attacking. And as the boy we just talking about, it's like, if there's only one thing you have to do, you're trained to get right. Trained to get off with hate. That's every street fighter's edge. No. Right? Any questions on that?
I thought headbutt in there to start off.
Headbutt is great. That's fine. I just depending on
where he is,
but a lot of times even just with your movement. Okay. Once I get the movement though, I like to want to keep this, want to clear some space as fast as possible. Because the headbutt a lot of times you can get trapped up. Chin down, head up. And you play around with it. Tell me what it feels. And then give me my height. I come to you guys have picked on me a lot. Come on. All right. Right here.
Whatever happens.
Fun.
The one thing that I am noticing that there's two types of results that we're seeing. One is guys who get near the happen and then turning around as quickly as possible and attacking them. The other is the guys that are holding on, staying here, and fighting from this position. Okay? So as soon as you can, you need to turn and face and take down the door. Think about what he's got to do. Okay? If he's getting hit, and you're moving into it, you're pushing him back. He's got to reset himself and look to thrust. It's that. Even if he's flailing his arm around, it's not going to make it. The chances of him doing more than wounding you are slim enough. So that's it. Anything you do from this point, and the mindset is, you're already dead. Okay? Think about it. He's willing to use deadly force to impose his will. And so, I'm already dead. You're gonna get it. Okay? So anything you do from that point is an improvement. Next one, just go to from the back, and these are going to tie into our firearms, because even though I feel so again, I don't know if he has a firearm or not. I have to assume he's a firearm unless he otherwise indicates that I have a knife in the back of his neck. It's usually just shut the hell up, right? So he's on me tight, hands up. Okay, so now this time, wherever the weapon is, okay, now my hands are up. I'm turning into it. Okay? I can't do this. I have to adjust the weapon as fast as possible. And here's a thought. There may be a time when you listen to what you have to say. Okay? Especially if this is a firearm. Right? And you need to tell me where I need to go. But if I know I'm going to meet my maker, right? I've got to do something. This is the best chance for you to do it. This is not, again, any of this stuff is not easy. And I don't want to, anyone walking away with the idea that, okay, it's not going to be a problem. I mean, there's some situations that are better than others. But some of this is not good. All right? So let's all just accept that. And then, listen, at one point in my life, it's a true confession, it's a martial arts hero. I was one of those guys that was like, hey, yeah, no problem. You're like, no way. No way. So, back of the head, this sucks. Hands up. I'm slowing it down. I'm moving my head out of the way as fast as possible and bringing my hand up. Just hold it up. If I feel he's holding on me, if you feel he's strong, you gotta wait for a moment of opportunity. Okay? He's tight. If I got this or that, or like someone trying to help. One, he's a grappler, he's holding on to me, he's tight. Especially if it's a firearm. Okay? I gotta wait. Okay? Until I can feel that I gotta loosen up grip. Because anything less of clearing my head and getting my head out of it, when you just hold on to me tight, there's not a whole hell of a lot you can do. Okay? There's not. And people tell you that there is from here, I got a bridge I can tell you too. So it goes important. So, anyway, this position here, again, Michael's on me tight. If I can get him to loosen up a little bit, great. If I have no other choice, nothing else to do, I'm turning my head, I get my head out of the way, and I'm bringing my hand forward as fast as possible. Now, move it into him. This hand is just jamming into his face.
Okay, closest hand, closest target, like bang. Okay. You have no other option or other choice. Again, assuming that it is a firearm. Okay. If it's an edged weapon, no problem, right? I mean, he still has to, whatever, he still has to draw it, and do it, and thrust. But this one, these scenarios, it's going to be the kidney and the lower back, are tough. You make no mistake about it. Right? Okay, here's a magic pill. The thing is to get your spine and your head out of the way, turn, and then clear the weapon and attack it as fast as possible. Okay? I'm sorry. Before, like the wrist grabs and things like that, a lot of these things survive, or you've got our interpretation or response to what a typical martial arts teaching and study. One of the things you mentioned is, hey, if he does fire the weapon next to his face, okay, he's going to be maybe dead, but he's going to be deaf and burnt. So unless the guy's fired a weapon before, there's a chance that he may or may not have. Probably not. Maybe not the highest percentage of attack or complication that we're going to find. But that's fine. Like I told Warren, we start with the worst possible case scenario, and we work up from there. The next most likely is it's going to be a grab and the weapon close to my lower back or kidneys. So we're here. It's going to be the same basic motion. I'm going to turn. Now again, this is not as complicated as I like to get. But the whole premise of this is based on me jamming the weapon into his body when I turn. Right? So forearm just comes down and elbow comes in. And now I'm still looking to hit him. Make sure you guys are Kevin and Ruben are talking about footwork, and they're absolutely 110% correct. We want to make sure that your disposition is moving towards him and running through your attack. So don't finish like, I see some guys finishing like, I see some people finishing like this. No, this is not, we're not done yet. We need to do a little more work. Here, boom, boom. If our partner's not moving back, I'll apologize for you now. Just push him a little bit. Okay? So just, giddy up. Alright? You're going to be hitting him. Right now, again, this is why I like to train, mindlessly on targets. So I can hit the shit out of them and not worry about, hurting anybody's feelings. Okay? So, that's why it's like if you're using, like these things, you need to do, like, you can do some partner stuff maybe 10-15% of the time. Why didn't I give that percentage? I don't know, because it's not the majority, it's not like I've got a large body of statistical analysis that I can choose from. I don't know if everyone likes to throw out statistics, and you know that 70% of statistics are made up. Yeah. So anyway, unless I've got a scientific study in front of me, I always preface it that way. The majority of the time, you're training on the dummies, and then a small part of the time, you can train with a partner. Then you get a little bit, let me feel this, okay, fine. Just to get the feel, keep feeling their breath. And what will happen is, and I'll tell you now, if it hasn't happened already, you train a lot on the dummy, and then you turn and you go to a little bit, a little person, you're going to hit him. Sorry. So just apologize, and then we're going to, because we're normally just going to be used to just grab it. All right? So, in tight, across, again, this is, keep even if he's up on my neck. Okay, that same rear, the only thing is we'll take the elbow and we're just jamming the weapon into it. Okay? Sure. You'll cross the chest or over the throat. So guys are doing this, that's fine. Okay. Hip back, elbow in, here. Got it. Okay. So as fast as without anybody, it's just hips and turn, and then I just start to launch back into it as fast as I can. And go, take ground. Okay?
Can I get 5 guys real quick? 5 bodies.
Yeah,
You start at the bomb, I want you to stand in the arm interval. 5 guys.
It's easier to shoot from Lily.
Right? It's better to cut on that.
Okay, y'all know me, y'all know what I used to do. I fired personally more than 1 million rounds of ammunition myself. Okay, I've done a lot of shooting. The bad news, any idiot can pull a trigger. The good news is very few people can hit what they're shooting at. Okay? This is 10 yards to that target. I can easily say that 90% of the people shooting a gun are only going to hit that torso 1 in 5 times, with it not moving stationary in a range type environment, because most people don't know how to shoot. Okay? You add a little movement to that target, it goes way down. All right? You add the shooter having to move while the target's moving, it becomes an almost non-existent hit probability. And that's what we're going to go off of. All right? A couple things, and you're fast, so I need you. This is a real pistol. I want to show you a couple things. It is clear. It's a Glock 21. It's my 45. Clear. Right. A couple things to know about semi-auto pistols. Just grab that one too, please. People think. Take this. People think that the only reason don't ever do this. Don't ever point a live gun at yourself or at somebody else. But I'm doing it so you can explain to people how it really works. If you take this gun and you shove it into my side, squeeze the trigger. Nothing happens. You take any semi-auto pistol 1/8 of an inch out of battery and nothing happens. Clear. Clear. Put it up against the side of my head. Right here, temple, where you're always going to get that. The best thing you can do from this position is lean into the gun. You don't want it off of your body. Squeeze the trigger. Squeeze the trigger. Nothing happens. That doesn't work with a revolver. The other reason you want to lean into this, when I move, squeeze the trigger. He didn't shoot me. Grab this one. Okay, there. Pick any one of your holds, positions, anything else. As soon as I move, just what we're doing with the knife. As soon as I move, shoot me. Was the gun pointed at me when it went off?
Yeah.
It was off to the side. Cycle? It won't go. What do you want, man? What do you want? It only takes a 20th of a second to pull that trigger, but once you start moving, nobody can ram that fast. So use that, okay? So the guns are just like the knives. Now, here's what's really special. If FBI statistics from gun crime where the victim did nothing more than run. For distances up to contact, when the victim ran, only 20% of the time did the attacker shoot. Okay? So 1 in 20 will shoot at you. Alright? Of that 20% that shot, of those 20, only 17% of those, or 3.4 people, actually hit the victim. Of those victims that got hit, none of them, 0, were seriously injured. Okay? If I am this far from a guy with a gun, I call it 6 feet, I run. I run. When you run away from somebody, hold the gun on. When you run away from somebody with a gun, don't just turn and run straight away. You want to run on an angle. You want to keep opening distance. The farther I get, the you can get behind someone. You're aware of your environment. You want him to have to turn. It's much more difficult to hit a target who have to lead than one that's just getting smaller. Okay? I tell people again and again and again, well, I've got a gun too, well, I could draw and shoot him. Run. Run. Stop focusing on the fact that you have a gun too. I'm a good draw. Yeah, I'm not a great draw, but I'm a pretty good draw. Okay. I've got 10 yards. We've got about 21 feet right here. If Damien is standing where Bob is, or Chin is, and he's got a knife, the average draw, doesn't matter if I've got a gun on my hip, he's going to get to me before I can get around on him. Okay? If you get a very good shooter that draws a lot, like me, when I break leather, I'm on target from here. And then I'm extending, but I'm shots are going out on the way. Okay? So I'll close that distance to about 10 feet. But I got to tell you, anything inside 10 feet, I'm not playing with my gun. I'm either going to try to just, well, I'm just going to get away from it. Run. Tell your people to run. Their best bet for survival is to run. Okay? They're not going to get hit. And whenever they've got a gun on you, turn. Make your silhouette smaller. The best thing you can look for when somebody's working you with a gun, be a little bit uncooperative. Force him to push the gun into you. If he's behind you and you don't know where the gun is, this is a bad position to be in. Because he's not sure how far away I am, but hey, I want you to walk forward. Don't be quite so walking. Hey, no, you're going to walk. You're going to walk. Now, he knows where the gun is, and guess what? It's out of battery again. Good things to know. Yeah!
Hey, oh, here we go. Let's get to it. Hey, firearms are ahead. Again, hand in here. A lot of this stuff, like we see, is like I keep saying again and again, are what you see in a lot of martial arts schools. You know, the execution style thing. Anyone who's going to be shooting anybody, or executing anybody, is not going to want to get this close to anything to shoot, especially not somebody's head. So we're in here. He's intimidating us. Again, however, you know, everyone wants to be holding it. Hands up. And just attack. Clear the weapon and attack. Right? I don't care, you know, I've spent many times doing this type of stuff. It just, you know, yeah, come on now. So, here, and go. Okay? That's it. Any questions? No. Okay, go.
Never.
everybody. Okay. Again, we already talked about this. Again, if he is, if he fires us and you're dead, he's blind. Okay? So play around with what we've already done. Again, we don't want to get any options. Again, there I go. I stumbled on his feet. That happens. Shit happens. Go. No, same. Okay. So I want you guys to work with, remember, pressing on the muzzle. If here, locked up tight, worst case scenario, and go. Okay? To the back, these are my kidneys, my leg knee. Here again, clear, and then attack. You guys okay, here's the thing. You guys can get as Hollywood and as sexy as you feel like. Okay? Be ridiculous. Alright, and just mess around. You want to be kneeling, you want to be a POW, have at it. So, understood. So, the point of the exercise is to just put yourself in different situations as real imagined, realistic, or Hollywood, or whatever, and apply the principles you already know to that scenario.
Everybody knows you don't want to grapple with a gun, right? But if it's a semi-auto pistol or even a revolver, if a shot goes off when you're doing this and you're trying to control it from multiple people or whatever, you can get the weapon in your hand in here. It's going to hurt like hell, but that gun is useless to anybody. All right? Same thing. If you've got a revolver, if you can get your hand over the hammer, it's done. It's useless. Nobody's going to be squeezing any shots off, and then it's just beating the hell out of each other. Okay? Target area to head right there. Really reduces my probability of getting if at the same time this is coming up. If I've got my hand on you, you know you can reach me. Right? You may not know where the gun is, but you know you can reach me. And as soon as you turn away, the odds of that gun actually being aimed at you get very high. You do that. Hey, can I hold up? I like that. I'm going to try to shoot you at the same time. As soon as I see you moving, I'm going to shoot you. Come on, I need to go there. Go. Yeah.
Man, you killed every single man on the wall.
They owe me.
Compliments are dead.
Somebody shoot me. You're fast.
It takes half a second to react.
It takes about 20 seconds to pull the trigger.
That's if you're ready to react.
Because one point, hey, I like to see the gun and you know it's there, but now.
See, I got a bad